Hey crafty cuties, welcome back to Paper Terrace. Today we're going to be working on this disaster, mostly these two cubes right here. However, I know that once I get started, I'll probably want to also organize this area up here. I have a lot of area in these cubes that I'm not really using, or they have like old supplies, or like Arlo and mine's secret little Disneyland fun. But we are going to get started, and if you like organizing videos, I recently did one with my fabric. If you haven't seen that, see, I'm starting to feel like I should clean out these drawers too, because they're a wreck and I might be able to use them for some of this stuff. But first and foremost, I am basically going to start by really just taking everything out. That way we can get a fresh start and go through everything that I probably don't want or don't need anymore. I am just popping in here to show you some really old letters that I have in my stash. I have a bunch of them actually, and I've been wanting to read them in a video for a while. I already started reading a part 1 to the envelope that I am going to be reading today. So I'm starting here today with part 2, and I'll have a link below where you can see part 1. And if you like this kind of video, let me know and I'll get right into it. This one is dated 9/26/1952, Monday at 8 p.m. Hi, my darling. Just came over from the dealership and haven't even eaten yet. Had a real pleasant day today, and they are treating me very nicely. Jerry, the dealer, gave me a 1952 Manhattan to drive to the hotel tonight. So after I eat, I may drive over to see Annie. Don't know though, as this bed looks awful good to me right now. If my third dealership proves to be cooperative as the first two, my job will not only be enjoyable, but also productive. It's just luck, but the first week at Midwest, they sold their first 5 cars of the month, and here today we sold 3. One more than they sold all last week. I can stand a lot of those breaks for a while. Good night to all my loves, and here are your kisses. Be sure to write me that letter you promised, and I'll write again Wednesday or Thursday. All my love, your daddy. And it has a little box where he says that he's giving each of them a kiss. I believe these are his 3 children, Evie, Cheryl, and Linda. So that was the second letter. There were 2 letters in this envelope, and I had read the first over on Patreon. You only had to be a free member to access that, or a YouTube member. I wanted to just test it out, and since I didn't have much to say here on this video that was more interesting, I thought I would read part 2 for you guys. Now, like I said, I have a lot of these letters, and I thought it would just be fun to do a little series. I think it's so fun to look back on time and read letters. I know some people have feelings about it that, it's invading privacy, or I know I got a question, and by the way, these questions do not bother me, but I got a question asking, aren't you worried that these people are still alive? And they very well could be, but like I said, this one's from 1952, and I think this person is in their 30s. So if they were 30 in 1952, they would be, I don't even know the math right now, but they would be quite old. So I'm not too worried about that. These were sold on eBay. Like, I didn't just find them in a house. And I feel like especially if you're selling letters on eBay, someone's okay with it. But again, like, I totally respect anyone's opinion that's not okay with it, which is why I'm testing it out. I think it's interesting, and I may even scan some of them. But that's it for the letters. So we'll get back into the cleaning. You can see that I've made some progress here. And now that we're done with that letter, we're going to get back into the topic of cleaning. So a lot of what I was already doing is pretty self-explanatory. I like to clear out my spaces completely when I'm doing a big organization like this. So I will take everything out. As I'm doing that, I am kind of going through and seeing if there's anything that I want to get rid of, because at this point, I'm trying to, have the least amount that I can to organize. So anything that I either want to throw away, donate, add to a giveaway pile, I will be adding to the side or a different pile. And then I start little by little kind of organizing that big mess, not onto the cubes yet, but it was basically on my floor. So here I was going through, these tags were in 52 different places in the cubes. So for now, I am basically taking all of the tags that I have gathered, putting them in this blue organizer. Now, they don't fit perfect, and you can see there are different sizes, but for me, it's just convenient to have one place where all of my blank tags are. It works for me, and I've mentioned this before. It's not the prettiest, but again, that's okay with me. So I found a little container of some of my newer basic supplies. These are things I got from Temu, and I get most of my basic supplies from Amazon and Temu. So I have a bunch of these tiny little merchandise tags, and I'm going to take them out of the package, combine them with some of the merchandise tags that I already had, and luckily they fit in this cute little clear container. So I'm working on that. I have a ton of envelopes, all different sizes, and I really don't ever reach for these. They're too big for most of anything. I don't use them for shipping out my Patreon. So I have a different container, almost like a storage box, where I decided to go ahead and put most of those envelopes into the storage container, and I just left out what I would be using to ship Patreon in, and then I kept a smaller size out that I like to use in journals and a few other sizes, but I got rid of a lot of those. So you can see around my craft room here, I have a lot of different piles, and since I had so many baskets to go through, each basket had like 20 different items. It had tags, envelopes, glassine bags, this and that. And there were some things that I didn't have a big amount of, so I would just kind of group those in with the like items. So for instance, this basket has a lot of my bags, flat bags specifically, but some were glassine, some were craft. And here we are, it's time to put everything back. All right, it's almost 9 o'clock on a school night, but I got everything organized in little boxes, which just makes it easy for dealing with. So I'm just going to put everything back in here. I kind of know where I look for things. So we got envelopes up here, all different sizes. Tags were down there. And yeah, I don't have matching like little organizers. I could get more from Dollar Tree, but honestly, at the end of the day, I'm not bothered by it. I just use what I have. So that's okay with me. Try to put anything that's taller in the back. We got little bags, treat bags. We have index cards and other little things. And then postcards. We have tiny little tags down there. And then this is just a bunch of things I need to get rid of, which are stickers, ephemera, tags, things like that. So I'm going to put that in the front so that I will reach for it. Just like that. And then I have one little thing left. Oh, and a bunch just fell out. But they're little mini policy envelopes, glassine envelopes, things like that. And it is a tight squeeze, which is why some of them just fell out. But that's okay. Once it's up here, it'll be fine. There we go. And I have a little bit of room if I need to add anything else. Now I just need to clean up the floor because there is a lot of garbage. So I am going to stop here. I wanted to organize a bit more on this cube organizer, the papers, but I have some more paper coming in the mail, so I feel like I should wait for that anyways, and I need a bigger area for it. But I did clean out this little area, so I'm just going to clean the floors now and call it a day. This is going to make things so much easier for me. So thank you for following along. Thanks for hanging out while I organize. And just do one little area at a time, and you can do it too. I'll see you soon. Bye.